Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Bariatric Living 101. I am coming to you this evening with a dinner idea. I got my inspiration from a recipe online. It's an autumn dinner, but they use pasta and butternut squash. So I've changed it up a tad. And so these are my ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to use beef smoked sausage, and instead of the butternut squash I'm using sweet potatoes, and I'm adding an onion, and instead of pasta I'm going to use jasmine rice. And yes, this is low carb. I know this is a carb, but you can measure out how much you get. I'm only going to eat like half a cup, if that much. I'm not even sure if I'm going to eat that much because I have all this other stuff that's going to be in it. So, and the Brussels sprouts. These are the frozen Brussels sprouts, so I'm just going to pop these, each bag, into the microwave for about 30 seconds just to get them not so frozen, because they're going to be going in the oven anyway. I don't want to cook them through in the microwave. So that's what I'm going to do there. And so yeah, just come along and watch how I make this. First thing first, I'm going to peel and cut my sweet potatoes. So I'm getting ready to peel my potatoes, but I'm going to do it over my trash can that I have right here. Okay, so I have my potatoes peeled, all three, which is not an easy task. But anyway, now I'm going to chop them up and put them in some olive oil with some salt and pepper. I'm kind of doubling up on the recipe because this way that my husband and I can eat on this for a couple of days. So right now I'm going to add all this to my baggie here. I'd rather use a baggie than a bowl. That way I can just throw away the baggie instead of dirtying up the bowl. Alright. So while I'm doing this part, I'm going to go ahead and pop these into the microwave for 30 seconds each. And right now I'm going to drizzle some olive oil into my sweet potatoes. And we're going to do some salt. And some pepper. You can do this to your taste, your liking. You do you. These are still a little frozen, but they're not. I can cut through them with a knife. Let's put that way. Alright. And you just close up the baggie and mix it all around. And since the same ingredients are going into the Brussels sprouts, I'm just going to use the same bag. Now I'm going to put this on my parchment-lined paper. I'm going to put this on my parchment-lined baking sheet. Because my Brussels sprouts are going to share this pan with my potatoes, I'm going to try to put these all on one side. I am going to go ahead and pop these in the oven, let them get a head start while I'm prepping the Brussels sprouts. All right. Almost lost one. Not quite. See, they're still a little bit frozen. Actually, they're still quite a bit frozen, but my knife can go through them. That's why I just wanted to get them a little thawed a tiny bit in the microwave. Since I knew they were going in the oven, they were going to bake in the oven anyway. All right. I'm going to go ahead and use the same bag, just put these in here. Since there's already oil in the bag, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil. These are cold. A little bit all over, not as much as I did in the potatoes. Salt. Pepper. Fill up the bag and swish it around. I'm going to get the baking sheet out of the oven. I hope you can see this, so I'm going to go ahead and add it to my baking sheet right here. Okay, as you can see, I've got my sweet potatoes and my Brussels sprouts on the same baking sheet. And now they're going back in the oven. I have my oven set at 375. It's actually 400 degrees for you guys, depending on your oven. My oven has to be knocked down by 25 degrees because 375 is 400 in my oven. I know this because I have a thermometer that told me so. Anyway, I'm going to let that bake for about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll see how they are in about that time frame. If that time changes, I will let you know. And in the meantime, I'm going to clean up a little bit and going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. So while I have the sweet potatoes and the Brussels sprouts in the oven baking, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my rice. I love jasmine rice for one. I think it's one of the best rices out there. And that's the word, rice. One of the best rice out there. Anyway, I get them in the bags because I'm just lazy. I like it. I like putting it in the water, let it boil, do this thing in 10 minutes, and then it's done, and voila. If the box will open. Alright, so I have a bag of rice. I have my pot of water right here on the stove. I'm going to go ahead and it's not boiling yet. I'm just going to go ahead and submerge this in the water. And then I'll turn it on and get it boiling. Okay, so while the rice is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and slice up my sausages. Oh, they smell good. After seeing how much ingredients I have for this, I think we'll be eating on this for more than 2 days. So that's okay. Because this looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and slice up this onion. This is an added step to this recipe that is not in the original recipe. I've changed this recipe anyway, all the way around actually. So I will be browning my sausages in the skillet, and then when they are done, I'm going to put them on a plate, let them set them off to the side, and then I will add a little bit more olive oil to the pan and caramelize my onion. I'm not going to chop, I'm going to slice. And my rice is already boiling. It's got 10 minutes. So, maybe look at the clock. Okay, so I'm going to drizzle some olive oil in the skillet. Turn my heat on. Get my oil hot. And then I will add the sausages. Alright. So I'm just going to cook these up until they have browned. Then I'm going to caramelize my onions. My rice is done. I'm going to get it out of this bag and be right back. Actually, putting the onion in this right after cooking this beef sausage is going to be so good. Because the grease from the beef sausage is going to coat the onions. That's going to be so yummy. Alright, that looks good and brown to me. So I'm going to put these on a plate and set them off to the side. Alright, I'll let those sit to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and put my onion in. And you hear my son coming in the door. Hello. Get these good and caramelized. Man, I'm going to be making a garlic butter. It's getting there. Okay, so I added some melted butter to my rice. And I'm not sure if I added salt or not. Nope, did not. Got my onions nice and brown though. I'm going to put these off to the side on a plate. I'm going to check on my potatoes and Brussels sprouts. Those look good. See if they're done. Oh yeah. The big one's done, so I know the rest of them are done. Yep. I've actually been in the oven for about 45 minutes. And turn this back on. And add 5 cloves of garlic, which I got this minced garlic. So I already know half a teaspoon equals a clove. Get this good and fragrant, and then I will add my butter. I add 4 tablespoons of butter. Make sure I got enough. The recipe I called for 2 tablespoons, but since I doubled the recipe, I am adding 4. I kept the 5 cloves of garlic though. I don't think I need any more than that. But I want enough butter to coat all this yumminess. Once this is melted, and I'm going to add everything into the skillet except the rice. I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper the butter, and after I add everything into the skillet as well. That way it's got good and seasoned. Add some paprika. Turn this down to simmer very, very low. I am going to start adding the vegetables into the skillet. Soft one. Make my life a little easier. Alright, I'm going to add in the onion. Give this a good stir before I add in the sausage. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Let me bring it closer. Yum. Shoot, you really don't even need rice since I added sweet potatoes to this skillet. But I'll still probably have a little bit of rice. I'm going to add some more salt. Some more pepper. Some paprika. Give it another stir. And there you have it, really. There's an autumn skillet with sausage and sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts and onion. It looks so good. All right, and I will be back with the taste test. Here it is. Mm. Mm. This is a very good recipe. You've got to try this one. You will not regret it. It is phenomenal. So, you guys have a very blessed evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.